a few dogs out there? A few cats? So you know, if it's green, you can just say it. So it's green right now. Can you say that? Oh, I need better than that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we sound enough to do it a little louder. One more time.
The day I was born, the nurses all gathered around and gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. Then nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away I was a dog with a bone. Gonna take a sentimental journey, gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to relive old memories. If I could talk to the animals, just imagine it, chatting with a chimp and chimpanzee. Imagine talking to a tiger, chatting with a cheetah. What a neat achievement it would be if I could talk to the animals, learn all their languages, maybe take an animal degree. I study elephant and eagle, buffalo and beagle, alligator, guinea pig and flea. I would converse in polar bear and python, and I would curse in fluent kangaroo. If people ask me, can you speak rhinoceros? I'd say I'm phosphorus. Can't you? If I conferred with my furry friends, man to animal, think of all the amazing repartee. If I could talk to the animals, walk with the animals, grunt, squeak, and squawk with the animals, and they could talk to me. Everybody! Okay, now I'm really up here. Oh yeah, sorry. Brenda Barta and Cody Vaughn. And that's for me. That's for me. No, I mean like that's my key. Sorry. Can you guys do that? Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Look at that. Who was Good boy. All right, let's. Okay, so the color key, it's really simple. If it's greenish, it's you guys. If it's pinkish, it's me guys. If it's blue, we just kind of read it, you guys. What's he talking about? Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Make a key time. Next one. Do 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 do. Ready? Count.
Let's try that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Let's do it.
That's good. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do 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 do. Was a kid in an eastern state, and I had a childhood that was great. Sisters, brothers, bikes and skates. It was a crowded home. Was a dog in New Jersey with ears. One of them floppy, we call Brandon Fetch. Bring it to me. She liked to chew on bones. My family said, Brandon, you're a fine dog. What a good dog you are. Sit, come, roll over, now get in the car. Now Brandon was brown and white, and she was just about me height, and she played with all her might with the family that she loved. Common mutt, Spaniel and Beagle, 'cause she was amazing and regal, often chased a cake, Contigo, and love life is short, and that's the truth, though it's hard to comprehend. Brandy always seemed to understand. Now Brandy's got a heavenly view, and I know that she'd love you too. What I'd like from all of you, help me sing this song. My friends would say, Brandy, you're a fine dog. What a good dog you are. Sing, come, roll over, yeah, you're a star. Brandy, you're a fine dog. What a good dog you are. Sing, come, roll over, yeah, you're a star. I remember when she had puppies, but I don't remember her as one. She protected me, found me help when I needed it most, and unfortunately was part of one of my deepest regrets. You know that question that people sometimes ask each other at boring cocktail parties or on awkward first dates. You know the one. Who would you like to have a conversation with, live or dead? Anyone. Anyone at all. Well, I don't like small talk or chit-chat. But here's my answer. Brandy was undoubtedly my best friend. At one point, believe it or not, I was a rocket speedster with boundless energy. So fast that in 3rd grade at the Knights of Columbus St. Teresa's Olympics, Louis Tambini, a shorter, pudgier class clown, proudly declared to everyone that we were about to compete against that I would win both the 50-yard dash and the long jump. And that's me, the Gray. Oh yeah! That's me jumping. I had such swagger. I had such promise. I had such confidence. I don't know. Bing, bing, goal, baby. Yeah, I don't know if it's sad or sweet that I kept those. My first word was licorice, and I walked at 9 months. It continues to look like I peaked early. 2 grades later, one particular night, I was running around the outside of my house, just running like an idiot. Didn't need a reason. Just middle of December, windows and doors shut tight. Wearing a snorkel hooded jacket and a knit cap. Yeah. I don't know if you know this. Maybe you're from Los Angeles or Ding Dong, Texas, but in the Northeast we used to have this thing called snow. It would lay on the ground for sometimes weeks at a time. It would snow a lot, it would melt a little bit, it'd rain, it'd freeze over, it'd snow, melt, freeze, snow. Anyway, they still get snow, it just doesn't last as long, right? Global warming. But enough about snowfall in the 70s. That dog would follow me anywhere, race me at any time. On this particular night, we ran around the house over and over and over and... However, on the last time, and the key words there are... What's the key words there? Last time. Good boy. You got it. You know, if they take a while to sit, you still give them a treat. Little Tommy Fool running on an ice patch. Slipped and zamboni. I landed hard. I landed right on my left thigh. It hurt. It hurt like a... What the heck was I saying? Oh, right. I picked myself up. I dusted myself off. I started up and I ran again. I got about 10 feet and then... fell down nose to the ground and an ice patch. Locked up in shock, I screamed out in severe pain. My femur shattered, bone snapped in two, tears added to the night's rain. Cried, cried. no, just me, myself, and I. Apparently, my left femur had a cyst, and what I unknowingly cracked upon hitting the ice on the first fall, it separated as I started to run again. It felt like a no one could hear me. I was in hell as I wailed with all of my might. Cry, 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 be greater. Why, be greater? Well, I did not die. I guess I should clarify that don't you saved me, myself, and I. That don't you saved me, myself, and I. As I was saying, it hurt. It hurt a lot. It felt like one of those zip ties. You know what zip ties are, right? One of those things. Well, like, imagine one of those around your left thigh, right around here. One about the width of a meatball hoagie, about 3 inches thick. You know what 3 inches thick that feels like, don't you? And anyway, and then for some reason, Odin, the father of all Norse gods, reaches down from the heaven and just yanked on the tab. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. See, while I was born in Hackensack, about 13 miles from where Sinatra was hatched in Hoboken, equal distance from where Billy Joel was birthed in the Bronx, my parents moved us to the sticks before I started grade school. 42.2 miles from the GWB. That's the George Washington Bridge. Exit 34B, Route 80. Yes. Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for the money? It was a mix of spacious suburbs and state hunting lands where weekend warriors would don fluorescent orange cats and hunt stock pheasants. We were sandwiched between two powerhouses in the world of dangerous explosives, Picatinny Arsenal and Hercules. And yet, for some reason, we would just open up that back door and let our dog run free. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Typically, when our dog had done her first or second order of business, she would run to our back door and bark to come back in. However, on this particular night, this night that I was frozen and broken, Brandy ran to the back door and barked to get help. You guys are great. When my mother answered the door, Brandy turned back around and ran back towards me into the frigid darkness. When my mother didn't follow but closed the door, Brandy turned back around and ran back towards the back door, and this would go on for some time. My mother would later admit she only thought that Brandy had lost her mind. What are you doing, you crazy dog? I got kids upstairs, my hair's like curling, I got meatballs on the stove. Anyway, it's apparent that my mother had never seen an episode of Lassie. With 5 kids, my mother didn't know where we all were at all times, and on that particular night, she probably thought I was in my own bedroom, probably worried that I was yanking the tab of my own zip tie. The double entendre. Yeah. Friends of family-friendly performers everywhere. But no, I was outside. I was frozen. I couldn't move. I don't know how long I laid there. Thankfully, a neighbor heard the barking and the wailing, and well, I didn't die. You know, it was one of the top 10 pains of my life thus far. Yeah, at the hospital. Thank you. The doctor who admitted me decided to put me in a traction and decided to put a pin into my knee with a hand drill. Oh, God. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite. Let me tell you something. When you're watching some big sweaty doctor stand over you and he's taking something that looks like this, a hand drill, and drilling a pin into your leg about this long, about that thick, and then feeling it as he clips off the ends with bolt cutters. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Wait. Let me just say, sorry, it's warm in here. Let me just say that right here, right now, I'm officially calling baloney the favorite things on anything that's over 1 or 2 on the pain scale. That's me, yeah. And, shaking something. That's my dog. Hands there for me. Yeah, that's me. Stop it. And that's that photo mine right there. Yeah. Anyway.
What the heck were you saying?
Back to the
Back
story.
to the story, I think. Yeah, maybe that'll be good.
I don't know if it's corny, but whenever I hear this song, written by Carole King, I always think of my childhood dog as if she's singing it to me. My dog, not Carole King. Right, you can't hear her. That's all weird. Okay, new plan. Let me also say that I can also hear her singing Randy Newman's "You Got a Friend in Me" and one particular song from a chorus line. Okay, fake date, fake socialite. Sitting at your pretend party, drinking your invisible stupid drink. You want to know who I'd like to have a conversation with, live or dead? You really want to know? My grandparents. Grandmothers that died way too early, and grandfathers that died before I ever met them. Relatives, friends, world leaders, Elvis, Andy Kaufman, if I knew he would tell me the truth. Jesus. Holy man, my list would go on. I'm telling you, if you want to talk to me, I hate small talk. You're going to get a 1 or 2 word answer, or I'm going to go on and on and on until you're... Anyway, I'm going on and on. But that dog, I love that dog. That moment that I mentioned that I regret. My father had to bring her to put her to sleep. And I didn't make it important enough to come home from college. I wasn't there when she needed me, as if she was there so many times for me when I needed her. I love that dog. You know, I volunteer at that shelter. When I see people dropping off dogs to surrender and I see them bring their kids, I think, what is that kid going to think in 40 years? But I digress. Anyway, Brandy's death closed my heart in so many ways. And other things close my heart. Some of those I sing about in other songs, I'll sing about in other shows, and some of them I've written in books that are available on Amazon. But, oh, did I just do that? But no, Brandy. I mean, by the way, there's tissues right here and along the sides if you need them. Maybe there's a dog in your life, or a cat, or a horse, or a turkey, that when you hear this song, you can hear them singing it to you. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to hear that. Ready? You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I've come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, I said all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When three of us jumping out of a beat-up station wagon. What you're not seeing is the carbon monoxide coming out of the rusted floor. But yeah, bye Brandy. Bye little me. Yeah. If you have followed me on InstaFace the Twatagram, you may have seen some of the posts from some of the volunteer work I've done over the years. Thank you. Thank you. One of my favorite no-money gigs has been walking shelter dogs. I like walking dogs. I like playing with them. I like roughhousing. I like showing them. I like socializing them. I like getting them to come out of their shell. I like being macho that cannot lie. You other lovers can't deny. One dog walks in with a pat pace and a wet tongue in your face. You go, oh, I love you, Froggy, I love you. Yeah. Okay, look, confession time. I don't like dogs. I love them. I am a lover of the dogs. I always have been. So, as a 50-something-year-old man, as you would imagine, I have So I have this great band here, and I'm supposed to speak less and sing more. So this is the first song that I wrote both the chords and lyrics to. You know, I don't know really what my thing is, or if this is ever going to be my thing, but I guess I was just inspired by my newest. Anyway. He taught me how to love. Did not hit me in a day. He taught me how to love. Walked into my life, the words he had to say. How could I have ever known who he was if he was okay? How could I have ever known? But he walked into my life, and he's been there to stay. I didn't need a cat to have it on, but he showed me the worlds that are not alone. Break it down. So, by the way, if you just missed that, I now have a cat. I was adopted by a cat. He taught me how to love her. I did not learn that in a day. He taught me how to love her. Walked into my life, and they've been there to stay. No words they had to say. You know, it wasn't until writing this show that I came to realize that walking other people's animals and petting other people's pets was just a way for me to sort of exist without getting too close. You know, no strings attached. Serial dating, basically. But a cat? I mean, what the heck did I need with a cat? I can't hike with him, you can't roughhouse with him. I mean, what did I need a cat for? We named him Tim because my gal just happened to be on a bit of a Home Improvement rerun kick. And, well, you know Home Improvement, that 90s sitcom with Tim Allen? Yeah. And the phrase, "I don't think so, Tim," was bouncing off the walls of our little apartment. So when a little pink-nosed tuxedo, gray and white, kept snooping around begging for treats, "I don't think so, Tim," is what I would say to him through the screen door. "I don't think so, Tim." Yeah. He got his last name because, I swear this whole show is true, because my gal wanted to have a serious conversation with me about what Tim's surname should be. Yeah. And that is when
Tim walked across her keyboard and typed out A-B-A-N. And the name fit, because the cat is always gabbing at us. Look, in the beginning, Tim didn't want to commit at all. Not at all. He was completely content being outside. He was in his own world. It was his own schedule. He was his own boss. And when he did come in, he almost instantly wanted to go back out. Wildcat Timmy, eyes mighty wide, was standing by the screen door. And when we said, we're keeping you inside, Wild Tim raised his head and roared. Oh, give me our land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in, let me run through the wide old country that I love. Don't fence Rowan, let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you one please. Don't fence Rowan, just turn me loose. So let me straddle the outside underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander yonder till I see the mountain rise. Run to the ridge where the west commences and gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence Rowan. Okay, cats. Y'all got a pair of ears. I know you got them at the front. Let me see. It's time to put them on. And if you don't got a pair on your head, you might just not have a pair. And I'm not talking about ears there. There we go. There we go. You are now all members of the Shelter Animal Chorus. Oh, give Rowland lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence Rowan, let me run through the wide old country that I love. Don't fence Rowan, let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me on forever, but I ask you please. Don't fence Rowan, just turn me loose. Take a straddle outside underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountain rise. I want to run to the ridge where the west commences and gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles, I can't stand fences. Don't fence Rowan. Don't fence Rowan. Stand aside on the other section when he was thirsty, when he wanted a nap, when it was raining. But when he was ready to go, he went. Sometimes he'd come in 10 times a day. Other times he'd be there when we woke up in the morning or there when we came home at night. And then once in a while, he'd skip a day or two. And then we'd always be on pins and needles wondering where he was, hoping he was okay. Now don't get me wrong. For as charming as Tim was, he also killed everything. Mice, pigeons, rats, crickets, grasshoppers, finches, newts, lizards, everything.
seem to face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. I can't sleep cause my fur's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho kitty, that's what say. Meow, 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 meow. Run, run, rats, run, run, run away. Meow, 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 psycho kitty, that's what say. Meow, 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 meow. Run, run, rats, run, run, run away. Meow, 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 meow. One night he came to our door, and either he got tired of waiting or he changed his mind. Because when I opened the door, even though he was facing away from me, I could see the longest, nastiest looking rat tail dangling from his mouth. I started a conversation, you can't even finish it. Oh, I'm gabbing a lot, but I'm not saying anything. When I got something to say, I'll just keep meowing. Meow something once, why not meow again? Psycho kitty, that's what say. Meow, 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 meow. Run, run, rats, run, run, run away. Meow, 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 psycho kitty, that's what say. Meow, 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 meow. Run, run, rats, run, run, run away. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing the sight of the horror justice. But I opened that door just in time to see him suck down the longest, nastiest looking, greasiest, grimiest, grossest piece of rat tail spaghetti covered in bubonic plague. Yeah, he looked like Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, vampire cat. And the only thing worse was that sometimes he would throw them up, and he would sound like a choo-choo train in the next room. One time, he was let in with a live one. Yeah. And holy moly, did I turn that place upside down trying to... Anyway, I turned into a cross between Jerry Seinfeld and the Incredible Hulk. Why is there this mouse in the house? What's the deal with this mouse? I know, that's the worst Jerry Seinfeld impression ever. Look, you're probably all traumatized by it, but 3 of us were traumatized by the events. Well, technically 4 of us were traumatized. The mouse, that was me. Anyway, over time I fell for that furry guy. Tim, not the mouse. You got that right. Anyway, at that time, I secretly suspected that he was seeing the neighbors. So I often referred to him as the neighbor's cat. You know, one of the funniest moments of meeting Tim was when we actually went next door and we talked to the neighbors in their backyard. Imagine that in Los Angeles. And it turns out they too had a similar story with Timothy. And well, when Tim came easing on down the driveway and he saw the 4 of us talking together back there, his worlds exploded. It was like he was busted with his furry paws in the cookie jar. And from then on, we would text each other to make sure that we weren't overfeeding him. Oh, he loved that. I mean, he was such an actor. He would eat at our house, then run over there and plead starvation. Oh, please, sir. Please. I'm so thin. Anyway, we also found out that day that they had their own name for him. Professor Chaos. Yeah, Professor Chaos. You know, a few months went by after we all became friends. Am I losing Reese's peanut butter cups? I am. You know, this happens with dog biscuits at the shelter, so it's real life right now. A few months after we all became friends, at 1 o'clock in the morning, my gal and I were sleeping, as we typically do,
when our neighbors apparently heard a commotion in their driveway, and they looked out to see. And they saw Tim being attacked by 3 coyotes. And the largest one had Tim in his mouth by the neck, throat, and Tim was lifeless. When my neighbor ran to his second floor balcony to startle the coyotes, the biggest one dropped Tim to try to get a better grip on him to jump over a fence. And Tim sprang to life and ran into the darkness with 3 coyotes chasing him. At 10 o'clock the next morning, while my gal was at work and I was actively waiting for Tim to rock up to the front door seeking food and affection, my cell phone lit up with a series of text messages. Apparently, they had spent the whole night looking for Tim, but was a cowboy I knew in South Texas. His face was burned deep by the sun. Part history, part sage, part mesquite. He was there when Pancho Villa was young. And he'd tell you the tale of the old days, when the country was wild all around. Set out under the stars of the Milky Way, and listen while those coyotes would howl. And he'd go, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hooty, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hooty, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone. The Comanches are gone, the outlaws are gone, Geronimo is gone, Sam Bass is gone, the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. And he cursed all the roads and the oilmen, and he cursed the automobile. Said this ain't no place for an hombre like I am, in this new world of asphalt and steel. Then he looked someplace off in the distance at something only he could see. He said, all that's left now of the old days, those damned old coyotes and me. And they went, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. And the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the outlaws are gone, Squantro's gone, Stan Wally is gone, the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. One morning we searched his adobe. He disappeared without even a word. But that night as the moon crossed the mountain, one more coyote could be heard. And it went, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hooty, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. Hooty, hoo-yip, hoo-yip, hoo. And Tim, our little lion, was gone. I don't have kids, and I probably never will. But that turned our lives upside down. And this song, I know it's corny, but I couldn't help but think it and sing it. God on high have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly home and home when I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, then let me die. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. I know he's just a cat. Nope. Like Brandy, he was my family. And once again, all this capable human wasn't there when I was needed most. What?
Want to come in? Want to come in? Oh, I'm coming up so close. Come on, come on.
Okay, I'm evil. Let's bring it up a little, shall we? Hey, so live theater, man, it's crazy. So we got an auction item last second from the chief of police, right? It's a ride along with a canine unit. Am I speaking wrong, or is that correct? That's right. This is like once in a lifetime. I don't know how long that is or how you set that up, but I'm sure it's awesome. Do we have any more details than that? You can set up the Lauren Angels for Animals. Dump finder in the lobby. So I have no, like, I would have to say, like, that is crazy amazing. You love dogs, you love to see them work, you get to ride along and see how they work. So I think, what should we start at? 5, start at 5. Do I hear $500 for this? $500. 5 right here in white. $500. Do I hear 550? 550. 550. 550. Anyone, 550. I'll take $500. That's great. Okay, 550 in the back. Got 550 in the back. For riding along with a canine. I mean, you cannot. This is amazing. This is the chief of police of Los Angeles to set this up. It's awesome. So we got 550 in the back. We didn't know anything else about this. What else do we know? It's awesome.
Straight from the chief's mouth. Who are our 2 bidders? Raise your hands, please. 1 right there. I saw another one. 1 in back. 2 bids?
500, 550.
We're together.
You got, oh, you're together?
Well, there's someone down there and we're back here. We're good.
Who's the one down here? Raise your hand. Come on, don't be shy. And what'd you bid?
500.
All right. We will give it both to you guys. We'll do 2 for 500. Give it up to them, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, that's
So that was all. It's all suitable pants here. So let's start. Let's get it back to animals. Who here has had a pet in the past?
I mean, hi, obviously.
You're dark. I can't see you. So. Yeah. Pat, say what you've had. Anything that had like an unusual sound. Did anybody have an animal that had an unusual sound? Squirrel? Oh, my friends who've had some pets. With not well, what? Whoa, Poncho, she's saying the name. With a what? Whoop there and here, there, everywhere. Oh, my friends who've had some pets. All right, we're up. Let's bring it back down. Growing up, we had a run on parakeets. We had Daisy and Blueberry. And when they died, we buried them on the top of the hill next to the second biggest rock. I don't know, we played on the first biggest rock. And we had fish, tropical and gold, and when they died, we flushed them down the toilet for some reason. We also had gerbils, guinea pigs, and hamsters on loan from the school on occasion until my older sister screwed the pooch with that once and lost one in a heating duct. Yeah. In college, I had a Jack Dempsey fighting fish in a 55-gallon mirrorback tank. But really, that was just a way to invite girls up to my room. Hey, you want to see my fish? Hey, look, I never forced my fish on anyone, okay? Just to be clear. As kids, we used to collect tadpoles, frogs, also salamanders, newts, turtles, fireflies. Just a sliver of the moon, up to hear the wild call you, up to hear the wild coyotes, just a sliver of the moon. Just to squeeze the spill of the sun, out to watch the light show you, out to watch the coyotes run, just a squeeze of the sun. I long to see fireflies in the nighttime again. Oh, I want to see fireflies in the nighttime again. Just a drip, some fall of some rain. In we surround ourselves tame. We become dry house pets, just a spattering of simple rain. Oh, I long to see the fireflies in the nighttime again. Oh, I want to be wild and chaotic again. You can't buy a jar of fireflies, you can't capture one too long. You can't buy a jar of fireflies, you can't thrive within a throne. Lanterns burning, fires churning, cities too bright. Candles lightning, lightning frightening. You can't see each other's light. I want to see the fireflies in the nighttime again. I want to see fireflies in the nighttime again. It's been too long since I flew. My gal and I didn't really know what happened to Timothy Gavin, and we felt like we needed closure. We didn't want to think of him bleeding out somewhere, or scared, or disoriented, or if he was in fact dead, we wanted to know that too. We wish we had done things differently. We wish we had chipped him, microchipped him, or put a collar around him, or kept him indoors, but we didn't feel like he was our cat. We put a
flyers, we went to the shelters, we posted on Nextdoor. We walked blocks upon blocks. We went in the backyards, knocked on doors, and we shook treat bags like silly village idiots. Here, pussy, 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 where can you be? Here, pussy, 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 come back to me. Here, pussy, 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 where did you go? Here, pussy, 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 please come home. And every night we would hear those coyotes. Though my gal had refused to surrender and had actually put a paw print on the bathroom mirror with a heart around it and the word hope underneath it, by the third day, I had not so secretly given up. I couldn't keep hurting. I couldn't keep looking. I couldn't keep wondering. I couldn't keep singing that darn song. Go on up. They get it. They got it.
Yeah, we got it.
They got it. They
We're
got
all set.
it. So,
Yeah, let's
what were we talking about yesterday?
I don't know, it's like, what, you know, how many days after the first?
Oh, yeah, by the fourth day.
Yeah.
My gal was up like all hours, and so I had an early morning appointment on the west side. It was probably medical. I'm over 50. You can probably figure out what that probably was. And so I didn't want to make much noise, and so I was quietly tiptoed through the house, and well, I guess I hadn't quite given up because I got outside and I gave a whistle, the same whistle I gave 1,000 times. It's not original, it's just... And lo and behold, what do you think I heard? Wait, hold on the count of 3.
Come on.
1, 2, 3... By the time he meowed a second time, I saw him. He turned the corner. In that same span of time, my gal woke up from a deep sleep, ran across the living room, busted out the front door, ripped the door off the hinges, and picked them up and hugged them like something out of a movie. Unfortunately, I don't always seem to have that gear. So, although my heart had been broken and was now bursting, Tim and I just sort of looked at each other like it was just another day. What's up? Feeling nothing more than feelings. Why do I try to ignore my feelings of love? Teardrops should be rolling down on my face. Why do I try to ignore my feelings of feelings? Meow, 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 feelings. Meow, 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 feelings. I mean, what's wrong with me? I'm so flawed. Feelings of meow. After being mugged by 3 coyotes, poo and poo and poop, Timmy G only had a couple scratches and a single puncture wound by his tail.
Get it!
I mean, tell me that's not gangster, right? He probably got that puncture wound telling the biggest one to kiss his butt, right? You know, since he's been back, he's pretty much been 100% indoors.
Obviously.
Except for a few cat stroller rides, no lie. A couple jaunts past an open screen door, busting out a screen window to get at a bird, and one unfortunate event of leash training. My bad. Oh, and since the neighbors already had a cat, and Tim was a little more on needles and pins there, go figure, Tim has pretty much been 100% ours.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's taught me a lot. He's taught me that having a longer, more meaningful, deeper relationship far outweighs the pleasures of petting random pussies. Or dogs. Or dogs. But, you know, having him there, and when I get home, sitting there in the screen there, or having him crawl up and cuddle with me, he kind of nestles up here and just lays there, and, you know, just play all sorts of things. Well, he got to me. He got to me. Look, having pets requires patience, time, and energy. Brandy used to get in the trash, and sometimes I want to strangle Tim or cook him for dinner. I mean, dude gets into every single cabinet we have. We have child-proofing on everything. One time he got into my protein powder. Dude was so jacked after that. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to go into all the stories here. We're really close to the end here. I'm going to say a little one with a little irony, and then I'm going to do a callback of something we talked earlier, and then we're going to pretty much wrap it up. So, again, thank you to Angels for Animals. They're out there in the lobby. They own stuff. Stick around for a little while. Brenda's going to play back in the lobby afterwards for a couple minutes. And, yeah. So, after Tim came indoors full time, we had an explosion of rats outside. They were all over the place. There were so many of them, they climbed up onto our engine blocks, and with one of our cars, they did $4,000 worth of electrical damage. $4,000. Yeah, chewing it. And you know, the whole time, Tim was just sitting in the window thinking,
I couldn't fucking help this.
in the field, all around by your cars, a brown-eyed young mice. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Oh, let me out, Tom, I'm ready to play today. Let me out, Tom, I'm ready to play today. Looking out the window, I wonder if he regrets his past. You know, when he's traded action and adventure for safety and security. Sometimes I wonder if he's thinking about the neighbors, or the time he jumped over fences, or the nights that he eluded wild creatures and danced under slivers and moon. I guess I'll never know unless someday I'm able to actually have a conversation with him, one I can actually understand, right? Oh, let me out, Tom, I'm ready to play today. I'm ready to play today. Look at me, let me be a cat. Imagine that. Tim, Brandy, and some of the animals I helped get out of shelters. They made Elvis and Andy Kaufman, and they needed Buddha. I mean, could you imagine that party? That would be the best party ever. All right, Brenda, set me up with something. Now you gotta imagine this. It's late. You hear something at the door. You're not sure what it is. You open the door to see.
Turn around.
Yum 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 yum.
Turn
meow and then I get a little bit hungry. Meow and meow purr at your door. Every meow and then I get a little bit nervous. All the best of all the rats have gone by. Every meow and then I get a little bit terrified. You see this crazy look in my eyes. What?
Turn around, Kitty.
I tear rats apart, and I need some more tonight, and I want some more tomorrow. And if you try to hold me tight, I'll be calling you amigo. I like to be in the moonlight, 'cause I'll never get caught. Together we can meow to the end of all time. I like the wild, don't know why you mind. You want me in, but I'd rather be out. We're only remains, but I hear you shout. We're here inside, forever gonna start tonight. Forever gonna start tonight. Once upon a time I was living outdoors. Now it's kind of crowded inside. I guess the truth is, I totally stole his heart. Once upon a time, I get wet in the rain. Now I kind of love, well, I love my cat tree. I love like 4 meals a day. I love crawling up next to his boys and just getting them. I guess the truth is, I totally stole his heart. All right, let's take it to church and close this puppy out. You know, these things don't write themselves, believe it or not. So some friends heard or read some earlier drafts and they thought, hey Tom, you should include some of the work you've done at the LA Zoo or the animal shelters or animal rescues. And I'm not going to do that. Again, that might be another show, another book that might be available on Amazon. Oh, I did it again. But no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do one. Well, it's a sort of a story, but it's more of a question. See, I was showing a dog. It was a Friday afternoon at North Central, and this couple was seeing this dog. His name was Errol Flynn. He was a big, gray, older pit bull. Mixed breed. Everything was going great. And then the guy, just his face went blank, and he turns to me and said, Tom, why do you do this? Why do you spend this time with us, getting to know these dogs, when you have to know that some of these dogs will never get out of here? So I was honestly surprised how quick an answer came out of my mouth. And I'm not going to tell you that answer right now. The answer is, inside that folder right there are little handouts. If the first person gets up, you can just pull them out of that folder. You can take one on your way out. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand this question. Why do we as people do things like this? I mean, why do people build homes for people they don't know? Or plant trees? Or work in soup kitchens or scrub pots? So why do we, and how many people work with animals? I can't see, it's dark. How many people work with animals? Why do we do what we do? We all have different answers, and I have a very specific answer to them. Here's a very general idea of why I do in a song. Love rescues me, brings me joy, peace, and harmony, raises me up and never lets me fall. No animal is my enemy, in fact they often inspire me. Love rescues me. Many dogs and cats I've pet on the road with few regrets. Horses, pigs, turtles, rabbits, and sheep. They gladly give their trust and ask the same from
up gently to some healing sea. Some rise to Instagram fame, some are surrendered in shame. But pets keep rescuing me. Meow, me, me, meow. Meow, me, me, meow. Wolf, wolf, bark, 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 neigh. Love, love, tweet, oink, kiss, boo. Meow, me, me, meow. Meow, me, me, meow. Love rescues me. Meow, me, me, meow. Meow. You got dogs or cats or pets? I want you to sing. That's right, sing. If you have cats or dogs, spay and neuter them and love them forever. That's right. Let them love you. And know that right now, 20 miles from here, there's probably 1,000 dogs and cats waiting for your love. Waiting for your love. That's right. And like you're older, they're older. And like you're wiser, they're wiser. And they need you as much as you probably need them. Meow, me, me, meow. Meow, me, me, meow. Love rescues me. I said love is a four-legged word.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
He's just a lion that sleeps indoors. Where's that slide? Get to that next slide. Spring became the summer. Lord, believe you come along. Hands, touching hands, reaching out.
so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with all they do. But when I hurt, the hurt runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when loving you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. I'm 6, 7, sweet Caroline. Your times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. All right, stick around. We got the sound auction. Have a drink, enjoy yourselves. Friend of ours is gonna play a little bit more. I'm gonna start saying hello and everything. And this song's about to wrap up. Good? Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline. Thanks everybody. Stick around a little while.
Can I have the mic for 1 second?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those lucky winners of the Canine Experience, would you please see me at the piano? And for everyone else, the silent auction is still open. Have a drink, and we will close it shortly. Thank you so very, very much.